Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another video. Everything's going good here at the cabin and I'm loving this Tune M1 camper. I wanted to mention 3 features as to why I bought this thing. Number 1, look at it. It's absolutely stunning. I think this is one of the coolest looking campers out there and I think it looks awesome on my truck. Number 2, the windows. I love the fact that you've got so much visibility from sitting inside. And little Meadow here, she loves just kind of hanging out and just seeing what's going on outdoors. So I really like the window feature. And then number 3, the size of it. I mean, with these extrusions that bump out on the side, it literally feels like the width of a full-size camper on a mid-size truck, which there's no other camper out there that offers that I'm aware of. So next up, what I wanted to do is take this out on trails and kind of push it a little bit to see how it would perform. So my buddy Steve Bilstad in his awesome 2004 Tundra joined me, and we hit a trail system that we're both really familiar with that has some pretty good trails you can get some speed up on, but also has it to where you're off camber a little bit. Now this is an area where I used to spend a lot of time with Sierra and also volunteering for a guy named Alan Robinson who was in charge of the conservation of this area. And so it was fun rolling through here, but it was kind of bittersweet because I just had Sierra on my mind nonstop, and you know, I just miss that little girl so much. But back to the M1 camper here, you can see how it does well on the trails. I'm just bouncing along, and I didn't really feel the camper on the back of my truck, and that's what I like about this. The lightweight nature of the Tune M1 makes it to where when you're out 4x4ing, you know, it doesn't compromise the capabilities of your 4x4 truck, and that's really important for the mid-size trucks because the larger trucks, you know, full-size trucks can handle like big campers, and you know, their payload is much more. The mid-size truck is not the same. You know, if you put a thousand pound camper on a mid-size truck, you're going to feel it, and you're also going to have your 4x4 capabilities diminish, and that's not what I wanted. I have had some comments that, you know, kind of grilling me, oh my gosh, you're an idiot, you know, you shouldn't spend that much money on a camper, but I totally disagree because I've been waiting for a camper like this for about 10 years. And the fact that it's lightweight, it gives me more room than what my bed will typically allow, and looks sharp. I just love it, and I think it's worth every penny because you got to think about it. This is my home on wheels for like 6 months out of the year, so I think it's worth it. So once we were done, Steve came over and hung out with Tim, and we just kind of sat out in front and talked shop, talked trucks, and talked 4x4ing, and also whitewater rafting, and just kind of had a good time kicking it. And then Meadow cracked me up. She went up in there and she was like, tried to make herself at home inside Tim's truck. Just wanted to pause the footage real quick. You'll probably notice a little bit of a strawberry on the end of Meadow's mouth. She jumped out of the truck when we were on the Champion Mill Trail because she wanted to chase after this deer, and she totally face planted. So I've been keeping an eye on it. It looks like it's healing up fine, but you'll probably notice that in the next few shots. We decided to get on a pretty easy trail and just see if we could see some of the aspens changing colors. It was a little early, so this big old aspen grove here doesn't quite have all the colors showing yet, but you'll see some reds and some oranges and some yellows, but also a lot of green. And this area has an aspen grove that is, I think it's 7 miles long, and you know, aspens are all connected in the roots, and so it's pretty impressive to see something that big. That's a large organism. But if anybody wants to know what it's like to be a YouTuber and you're out trying to film yourself on trails, this is pretty much the shot. You know, you get out of your truck, you run forward, you set up your camera gear, hit record, run back to your truck, and then drive your truck there. So you do that about 40 times a day, and that's just kind of a window into our life. But it was great to be out there on the trails with Tim, and the colors were pretty good, not exceptional, but still great to look at. I was just telling Tim that the 4x4 trail back there, if you go down it a little ways, there's an area on the left that you can hike into that's kind of blocked off with fence, but you can go in on foot. And it's a rock quarry from the ancient times, and it's where Native Americans came to make stone tools and all that stuff. And some of this stuff is archaic. It dates back to, I think, almost, I think there was a couple things they found that dated back to like 10,000 BC. So really, really old stuff around here. And it's cool to kind of come back to this area again and think about all the time that I spent here. It is dumping. A professional YouTuber here, I am pretty annoyed with myself. Like half the shots from this trip are in slow motion. So if you see they start out fine and then all of a sudden they boom, they go to slow motion, everything's super slow. And the only shot that was really cool was this one because it shows Tim's truck in detail up close. And I'm gonna put this on full length at the end of the video, so for those who want to see his truck in slow motion going by in great detail, you can see it. He's done such a great job building this thing. And you know, when I first got together with Tim, and it was like 2 years ago, we went over to Crested Butte, then also Silverton, and hit a bunch of trails. I wasn't too sure about the capability of this truck, but he's built it out so amazing that this thing can pretty much do anything. In my opinion, this is probably one of the coolest trucks out there. Hey, I'm gonna charge up my stuff. That way I can transfer this phone. It's good kicking it today, man.
Yeah, man. Should have more time. You just start like cruising around and like you have like 40 different friends hit you up. You like can't even see them all. Southwest Moab from here is gonna take a while, right? It's probably 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, it's more than that.
I'm cutting like straight across to Gunnison and all that stuff.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, but dude,
it's the fastest way.
but check and see with 50 because Highway 50 there's a bridge out. We're gonna go fly fishing right down here. I'm using my flying black ant, which is always super effective. So I'm hoping that I can hook into some fish over here. I don't know exactly what's in there. We're gonna find out and hopefully have some good success. There's our cabin right here, and then we caught the fish right here. With the really cool markings and the red fin, or tip of the fin there, and then red on the back. That's just such a gorgeous fish. So we're gonna go ahead and let him go now. And we'll take a look one more time. Red fin there. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, we're gonna let him go. All right, guys, that's 4 fish. We had 7 on the line, but I'm using barbless hooks, and so you know, it's not, you don't always get them. And this is the last one of the day here. This one's really pretty. It's got some really cool red markings on the back fins here, so I want to show this to you real quick. So this is a brown trout. I mistakenly called the other fish, which were West Slope cutthroats, brown trout. But this is legit brown trout here, and look here at the tail, that red tip there, and then also the redness on the tail. What a gorgeous fish. It's absolutely stunning. And a lot of times in my day fishing, just a tip for you guys, for something that I've just kind of just done ever since I started river fishing years ago, is that I'll sit down on a rock for my last fish of the day and just kind of hang out and leave my net in the water about like that, so the fish will have no problem sustaining themselves. And so, you know, remove the hook and just make it a real mellow experience for the fish and also for myself, and just be thankful that I'm out here. Because I absolutely love fly fishing. This is like, this is the best thing on the planet for me. So I'm just really thankful to be here, and this fish is just gorgeous. So if you can see right here, there was a walking path that went this way, and then there was a bigger platform out here where there was like a little table. So if we look back this way, you can see how it's kind of leveled out a little bit, but then a lot of it sloughed off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here and grab some of these big rocks that sloughed down there, rebuild this wall up here, and try to get some more soil in here to make a little section to where you could sit out here by the river. We had a crazy amount of rain last night, and there was snow actually up on the pass, so we're going to drive up there later and get some footage of that. But here's what I've been working on so far with the, let me do it like this, with the deck area, or the little seating area out here. I'll back it up. and created a little bit of a wall there before it started raining last night. I want to dig in a few more stones and kind of put them in here under the base. And then if we go over here, we'll see it's gotten a lot bigger. I was able to get it kind of taken out about 2 or 3 more feet and then level it out here, but I've still got a lot of work to do. And the only thing about this area is that it's kind of a rock slide area, so sometimes rock slides can come down from the like hills over there, and they come down through this area and knock this out. So that's what happened in the past, and that's why you see a lot of rock down over there. But you know, if we maintain it and also put some grass down here on the sides, that'll hold it into place with the root structure. And then, you know, we'll see if we can get this all squared away. So the goal is I've got to create a different water channel for this so that it doesn't erode these rocks that are sitting right here that I put into place for the steps. And then what we want to do is grab these chairs right here, and then this table, there's 2 of those black chairs, and then this table right here. And that fits right down on that little section right there. So that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna get that all squared away. I've also been going through the yard and just getting rid of all the tumbleweeds that are in the yard. And then on the interior here, we'll show you, I've got to paint the cabinets today. What's up there, little sweetie? You made a mess in there. I'm painting the cabinets today because when they had that water damage and redid some of the stuff in here, the company KW, they did replace all the cabinets right here on the bottom, but they didn't on the top. And so these have all fresh paint. They're all clean. These have, you know, just years of usage of, you know, grabbing stuff. How cool are these knobs, by the way? You've got bear, looks like deer, moose. You've got either coyote or wolf, and then elk. I like those. I think those are cool. So anyway, since it's kind of cold today, it's only supposed to be a high of like, I don't know, 45 here or something like that. We're gonna knock this out on the interior. And then the other thing that I did was up front here, I went ahead and painted this underside of the awning because it hadn't been painted yet. So I got that all painted, did 3 coats of it. Looks pretty sharp. And the only thing I didn't get was back up there because my hand couldn't fit. But overall, just trying to clean the place up a little bit for Susan and help her out. And then I'm also going to go into her yard today and do a bunch of de-weeding. And since it's going to be a nice cool day, it'd be easy to work outside. And the ground is also soft from all the rain last night. So that's kind of what I'm doing around here. I'll be leaving here soon though, probably within the next couple of days, and making my way down south to go see what's up to Baron and Ilsa, and then over to the western slope of Colorado to go hang out with my buddy Tyler Hughes and his girlfriend Gigi that are coming up to hang for like a long weekend to fly fish and stuff like that. So excited to get all this stuff done, get back on the road, and share some more adventures with y'all. So thanks for tuning in. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next video.